All right.
Hey, Sheriff, how you doing today?
I'm fine, sir, and you?
Good, good. It's good to see you.
Good.
You know, this is a whole lot better than when we were in the hurricanes, you know?
Yes, sir, yeah.
But I have to brag on you. Whenever that hurricane struck that we were involved in,
Yes, sir.
your guys were tremendous.
Yes, sir.
Your emergency management was outstanding.
Yes, sir.
You had the resources there to protect the people and serve the people. And it was our honor to work with you and see the professional men and women you have working with you at the Sheriff's Office.
I appreciate you saying that. We hit the ground, boots on the ground, and the good thing was hurricanes always bad, but we didn't lose anybody. We didn't lose one life. We had, like you said, we had plenty of resources from all over the state come to help us. One sheriff will back up another sheriff. I promise you that.
Yes, sir, every time. And do you know, a lot of times the people who die in hurricanes die in the aftermath of hurricanes.
Yes, sir.
But you got the services there really, really quick.
Yes, sir.
And we were able to do everything we could to help the community. So I saw great leadership from you and your management team.
Oh, wow.
And I just want to tell you that was very impressive.
Well, thank you. And we certainly appreciate y'all coming and helping us too, because we were dire in need of some good help. So,
Yeah, we'll always be there for you.
yeah, and I know it and I appreciate
Yeah.
it. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So tell me about budget. What's going on?
Oh, well, we're going through a difficult time with budget right now. We're having to take a pretty significant cut in our operating and our capital outlay and places like that. And it's kind of got us in a bind, and we really don't know where it's going to wind up. So we just kind of got to ride the wave and wade through it and see where it gets.
Right. Well, do you know that that's difficult times because nothing good happens when you don't have money.
Right. Yeah.
Now, the reality of it is you can have the greatest surgeon in the world, but if you don't have an emergency room and an operating suite and tools and support, they can't do their job.
That's right.
So I realize tough times, but I also realize their priorities. I've been in law enforcement over 5 decades.
Yes, sir.
I've been to tens of thousands of emergencies. I have never once at the scene of any of those emergencies ever had anyone complain about the cost of an ambulance, a fire truck, or a sheriff's car. Not once.
That's right.
And if people aren't safe and they don't feel safe, then nothing else matters.
That's right.
If you don't appropriately fund your local law enforcement, you're defunding the police.
That's exactly right. I agree.
And that sounds like a woke left Democrat move to me.
Yes, sir.
So the reality is that nothing's more important than being safe.
Right.
Nothing's more important than having emergency services. And that's everyone's top priority. I know in my community, in my county commissioners are simply the very best. They fund public safety first.
Yes, sir.
And then they figure the rest of the budget out.
Yes, sir.
And as a result, guess what? Our crime's at a 53-year low. I know your crime's low too.
Yes, sir.
I've worked with your young men and women shoulder to shoulder, and I can tell you they are outstanding. So when I think about the budget concept, I always like to ask folks, is it better to have extra money in your savings account at the county and do without deputies? Is it better to have deputies on the street so that when someone's breaking in, you can get there immediately? Or is it better to have an extra amount of money for a rainy day fund?
Yes, sir.
The decision to me is easy. The decision in this county is easy, and I'm certain it is for the men and women in your county as
sir.
well.
Yes, sir. Yeah, when you need a deputy, you want him there quick and you want a good one.
Absolutely.
That's what we try to do. So,
In this county, we've had an explosion in population. In fact, I'm fixing to open up my 6th district station. This year, I'm going to hire about 100 deputies. If you're forced to lay off deputies, to take them out of neighborhoods and out of communities, if that happens in order for you to make this budget work,
yes, sir.
I'll be glad to hire them.
Okay.
I'll hire them at $65,000 a year, and for every 2 years of experience they have, I'll give them another step.
Okay.
So some of them may start at $75,000 a year.
Yes, sir.
That would be a shame
Yes, sir.
for Taylor County to lose the type of talent that I saw when we worked together on the hurricanes.
Yes.
But I want you guys to know that if you end up having to cut deputies, I got their back.
Okay. Well, I thank you for saying that for them. Yeah.
So, but there's ways around that.
Yes.
You know, you put a deputy sheriff in every school in the county.
Yes, sir.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
In this county, I don't put deputies in every school. I put deputies in high school and middle school.
Mhm.
In elementary schools, I put guardians.
Yes.
It's allowed by state law.
Yeah.
Now, with the guardians, they have to show a proficiency of 5% higher on their test than even the state requires of a law enforcement officer. And they have to qualify at 5% higher
That's right.
than a state law enforcement officer. So a guardian's training is better than is required of a law enforcement officer. So a guardian will keep our children safe.
Yes, sir.
You can take those deputies, put them back on the road, because you've got to keep people safe.
Yes, sir.
People want their children safe too, and you can put the guardians in the school. So the guardians are there, and they will protect the school and the students with talents and ability and training. They just won't have all the other tools that the deputies currently can bring. But hey, when your budget's cut,
Yes, sir.
you got to do what you got to do. So if you can keep the children safe at school, and you can have the deputies in the community and cut the budget, it wasn't your choice anyway. You just got to figure out how to make it happen. So I can see you losing deputies on the road. I can see you having to look for alternatives. But the reality of it is, the bottom line, when you are cut like you have been cut, you were defunded.
Yes, sir.
The people thought more of the bottom line of the county budget that made those decisions on the Board of County Commissioners. They thought more of that than they did the life, the safety, and the welfare of the children and the parents and the community.
Yes, I agree. Yes, sir. So
the bottom line is, how can I help?
Yep. Well, you know, we were discussing about the dangers and the defunding police. This is not the time to defund law enforcement.
Right.
Especially day and time. You hear all the shootings everywhere, school shootings, church shootings. We have people getting shot on the street, in churches, stores, everywhere it's going on all over the United States. And this is not the time to call for a deputy and not be able to get one. We need to respond, and we need to respond with quickness.
And that's important.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. Do you know where the next shooting is going to occur?
I do not.
Do you have any clue?
I do not.
Neither do
I
I.
don't either.
But we have to be ready,
Yes, sir.
no matter where that shooting occurs.
That's exactly right.
We pray there's never another shooting anyplace.
Yes, sir.
But think about it. When they shot up that schoolhouse in Paducah, Kentucky,
Yeah.
that was a small place.
Yes, sir.
When they shot up the school in Uvalde, that was a small place. I mean, they're not shooting up New York City schools, right?
Right.
Thank God. We don't want them to shoot up any school
that's right.
or any church ever, but we've got to be prepared all the time.
All the time, 24/7.
And when your budget's cut, you have to cut training,
Yep.
you have to cut ammunition, you have to cut guns and cars.
Yep.
That means the folks aren't as safe as they used to be when that budget was cut.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And this ain't the time to be doing that.
Well, the day after the shooting, it's too late
Yes, sir.
to add guns,
Right.
to add ammunition, to add training, to add deputies. The day after the emergency is not acceptable.
That's right.
So here's what's important to me. Let's figure out with the community what's important.
What's most important? Yes.
What's most important? Is it most important to have extra money in your rainy day fund, or is it most important to have a deputy in your neighborhood?
Right.
It's always best to have a deputy in your neighborhood rather than a dispatcher on the phone.
Right. I agree. 100%.
Now, you need that dispatcher.
Right.
You need them to do a good job.
That's right.
When the big emergency occurred with a hurricane, you were prepared.
Yes, sir.
Your
100%.
emergency management was prepared.
Yes, sir.
You had the right resources at the right time in the right places,
Yes, sir.
and that takes money.
It takes money. Yes, sir.
So at the end of the day, I want to help you any way that I can.
Okay.
And I don't want your young deputies to suffer.
Yes, sir.
So if you have to lay off some deputies, send them to me.
Okay.
I'll hire them.
I'll tell them.
Okay.
Maybe I won't have to. We're working on it.
Okay. I hope that doesn't happen.
I do too. Yes,
What
sir.
else can we do?
Well, we can try to talk to the people, get the people to get behind law enforcement, and let's don't let our county commissioners defund our law enforcement.
Sure. I think that's important.
Yeah.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this man is a hero. He and his team stand in the gap between good and evil. You may only need a law enforcement officer one time in your life. Do you know when that one time is? You don't know, and I don't know, and the sheriff doesn't know. But think about this. Talk to your county commissioners and say, hey, we don't want guardians in our school. We would rather have full law enforcement officers. But somebody's got to pay for that. But if not, guardians are going to be well trained to protect the children. They just won't have all the other attributes to deal with all the other issues that a law enforcement officer can. And after school today, when your children go home, when they get off of that bus, they need to know that somebody's close around that can run to their aid in an emergency. And I bet you, just like me, if you've ever suffered a great emergency, you've never, ever, ever complained about the cost of a fire truck, of an ambulance, of a sheriff's car. So help us. Help us keep you safe.
Yes.
God bless you.
Thank you.